Hey, what's up? Today we're watching a video on how to make persimmon leaf tea from Plant Abundance. This is called Persimmon Leaf Tea, a vitamin C powerhouse drink. Let's go.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. So we're over here next to the persimmon tree here in late fall, and we've got some delicious persimmon fruits that we've been harvesting off the tree. Not only is it delicious, it's nutritious, loaded with vitamin C.
Oh yeah,
so help to
vitamin
build
C.
your immunity just in time for the winter flu and cold season.
You'd be happy you did what?
But we're not going to be focusing or talking about the fruits of the persimmon tree today, but rather
You'd be happy you plant abundance? Okay.
the leaves.
Oh, the leaves.
The leaves have a use and can be brewed into a tea high in vitamin C. So all you need is 5 to 7 leaves. And we're going to try to pick the healthier looking leaves that we can find. And we're going to space out our harvest as to not harvest all the leaves from just one area of the tree. There we go. So these are some pretty good looking persimmon leaves. They tend to have imperfections on them. If you're looking for...
So first off, I've looked into how to make persimmon leaf tea, and the first thing it says is to gather the leaves in May or June. This guy's gathering the leaves in the fall. Excited to see how this turns out.
Perfect leaves early spring, but it really doesn't matter whether you harvest these in the spring or the fall. You're still going to be able to extract that vitamin C and get a delicious tasting tea either way. Now if you want, you can remove any vitamin C in these in the spring or the fall. If you're looking for perfect leaves early spring, but it really doesn't matter whether you harvest these in the spring or the fall. You're still going to be able to extract that vitamin C and get a delicious tasting tea either way. Now,
he says it doesn't matter if we harvest in the spring or the fall. I bear to disagree, as Zorak once said.
If you want, you can remove any of the browning at the tips of the leaves, any imperfections. And after I do this, I'm going to give them a quick rinse.
The brown part probably has the best chance of actually releasing.
Alright, so I rinsed up the leaves, and now we'll just add our hot water.
Hot water? How hot is this water? I think it said use 70 degrees Celsius water, 158 Fahrenheit.
I just added about 2 cups of water. We'll let this steep for a few minutes.
I feel like nothing's going to happen.
Alright, y'all, so it's been about 10 minutes. We're good to go now. You could let it steep longer, 30 minutes even, to get a stronger brew. But
I don't really see any color on the water.
I'm just going to pour it into a teacup here, give you a better look at the color.
It just looks like water.
So as you can see, it's a light yellowish green tone.
Can you all see anything?
And the smell,
it's like the same color as the cup.
It's got an earthy, mildly floral scent.
Persimmon
now
leaves
it's time to enjoy this vitamin C rich cup of tea.
They're citrusy.
Cheers, everybody.
I don't think you got that much vitamin C.
Oh yes. It's a very refreshing tea. Overall mild, slightly floral. Got a hint of fruit there at the end.
Hint. You got a hint.
It's delicious. You can feel a slight effect. It almost hits me as if it was a caffeinated tea, which it's not. But it's probably the vitamin C giving me that similar effect.
Okay, it's probably not the vitamin C. I don't think you got that much vitamin C. What's probably giving you a similar effect is the fact that you're drinking hot water. And there are effects on the body of drinking hot liquids, which may be more profound than you realize. People talk about drinking hot water if tea or coffee's not available. I personally wouldn't do that. Now, I just don't think he got that much stuff out of these leaves. Let's see where we go from here.
Just a clean, crisp, very slightly earthy tea. Something
clean and crisp, like water, like a glass of water. I feel like you're drinking water, dude.
Something that you could enjoy every day. So if you've never tried persimmon leaf tea,
you should drink water every day.
Growing a persimmon tree, you don't know anyone who is. Well, good news, you can buy the dried leaves online. They're readily available. And if you are growing the tree, that's another way to stock up and get some storage going, is to just harvest throughout the season, allow
You
those
should
leaves to dry.
you should
They crush
buy
down really easy, so you can fill a mason jar.
you should buy the leaves online because
Well, that's going to do it for
this
now, my
guy's method
friends. I do
sucks.
appreciate you spending your time with me today. I'm going to finish this cup
That's
of
gonna
tea out
do
here
it.
in the
We got
garden,
another 45 seconds in
enjoy
this
the sights,
video.
the sounds, the birds, and then get some work done. I've got quite a bit of work to do over around the greenhouse in preparation for winter. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon.
This guy seems nice. I haven't seen any of his other videos, but I think the issue here
In fact, it almost
is that this guy used these fall leaves and
we're going to space out our harvest.
so the reason you want to take your leaves in the spring rather than in the fall when this guy's doing it is that plants have cell walls, and these fall leaves are really mature and really stiff and really well formed. In fact, they're starting to break down in fall, so they're starting to lose some potency. So this is the worst time to take leaves, or maybe a little later. Maybe later would be worse when the leaves are turning red. And persimmon leaves are really beautiful in the fall. But essentially, the reason you want to take leaves in the spring is they're softer. They haven't stiffened up as much yet. There's more undifferentiated tissue, and they're going to be richer in the active ingredients, these
I cannot
constituents
harvest
that
all
you
the
want out of the leaves. Okay, so when you just take leaves off a tree and stick them in a jar and pour water over them, you're just not getting a good extraction. There's a reason that we don't make tea by just plucking a tea leaf from a tea bush and throwing it in a cup and pouring water over it. Um, Tea is processed in very specific ways. In fact, with the tea plant, there's 6 different ways of processing tea. Now, I've looked into the methodology for how you process persimmon leaf tea, and it's something like you pick them in the spring into summer. May and June is when you take the leaves, and then you dry the leaves for 2 to 3 days, and then you cut them into pieces, and then you steam them, and then you dry them again. Okay, so green tea, like in Japan, is processed by steaming. They call that fixation. And what you do when you use a younger leaf and when you dry the leaf first, even just the act of drying will make those cell walls more brittle, because as the water leaves, it's going to change the structure around, and it'll cause the leaf to contract, and that's going to cause some cell walls to start cracking. Now, if you want to crack even more cell walls open, well, that's where the steaming comes in. So to actually make persimmon leaf tea, you dry it, you steam it, and then you dry it again. And then that way, when you use 158-degree water, 70 Celsius, you're actually getting stuff out of the leaves. So you don't make tea by just picking leaves off plants and throwing hot water on them. Now, I will say that first pour of hot water, especially if you use boiling water, that will break up some of the cell walls. So if you are using this method of taking just leaves off a tree and trying to make tea out of them, you're going to get a richer brew on the second infusion, because that first pour of boiling water has broken down some of the cell walls for you. So this was pretty cool. This guy's garden looks really nice. I saw pomegranates and rosemary, and I see figs there. So this guy has some kind of nice subtropical Mediterranean kind of garden going on. Maybe he's on the West Coast. Those look like artichokes or some cardoons or something. I don't know. I don't know where this guy's at. Seems like a nice guy. He's got a cool garden. This is just not how you make tea. But you know, maybe this video on gummy berries is like better. Maybe we'll check that out sometime. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.